Hi guys, welcome to highschoolmaths.co.uk. Today we're going to look at percentages and specifically working backwards with percentages. So what's quite important here, and I put a little note up at the top of the page, is to look for something in past tense or for an initial or original values. Now, I'm going to show you three examples actually that look at different types of questions that come up, kind of key questions that you'll see regularly with this, and hopefully that will give you a flavour at least what kind of things you might encounter. So we'll start off with this one. An example. An Xbox game was sold for £22. This was 45% less than the original price. How much did it cost originally? So key mistake here is that we see quite a lot is someone finding 45% of the £22 and then just adding that back on. If it's dropped by 45%, then if you add it back on, it should take you to the original price. But the key mistake there is that the 45% drop was not from the £22, it was a 45% drop from the original price, which we don't know. So we've got to start thinking about what this game was worth as a value, as a percentage, when it was sold. So if we start off with 100%, which was the original price, and that's what we're looking to work our way back towards, we take away the 45% that it dropped. That tells us that the game, when it was sold, was worth 55% of the original value. Now, there's a few different methods for this next stage. I'm going to show you a method that I think works best for non-calculator and calculator type questions. So what we're looking to do is work our way back to that key 100%, the original value. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 22. So we're going to say, first of all, okay, 55%, that's equal to £22. Okay, so the game, the 55% was equal to £22 that the game was sold for. What we want to do is get back to 100%. So we're going to take that £22, and if we divide it by 55, what that does is that gives us 1%. Okay, and then we can scale it back up by times by 100 to 100%. Now, there's loads of various different ways of laying that out. It's all the same basic idea. So if we type that into the calculator, 22 divided by 55 times 100, you get £40. And that tells you the original price of the game. Now, as I say, you may have seen that a different way. That's fine. I think this is the way that works best for calculator and non-calculator questions. So let's have a look at another example. So, same idea. Value of a house increased by 26% over 10 years. It sold for £176,400. How much did it cost when it was bought? One thing to watch out for here, and it's really, really important that you don't get this question mixed up with a compound interest question, because it does say over 10 years, but it's not saying that the value of the house increased by 26% per year. It's just saying that it increased by 26% overall. So it's not a kind of compound interest. It's not building on a per year basis. It's just talking about an overall percentage increase. Now, it does say how much did it cost when it was bought. When it was bought, past tense, that's one of the things you're looking out for your working backwards. So we start off the same way we did before. It was bought for 100%, it increased by that 26%. So it's now worth 126% of the original value. We're going to take that back to the 100%. So we're saying 126% equals 176,400. Okay, and what we're going to do is just take that value, scale it down, then back up. So scale it down to 1%. And to do that, we're going to divide by whatever this percentage is, so 126, and times that by 100. And whatever answer we get from that, that'll tell us how much the house would have been when it was bought. So again, type into calculator 176,400 divided by 126 times 100 gives us 140,000. Okay, so the house was worth 140,000 when it was bought. Moving on to the third example. A little bit different, this one, and this is one of the ones to watch out for. So what it's saying is Eric is 76% of John's height. If Eric is 120, calculate height of John. It's not saying that the percentage went up or down. It's just telling you right off the bat. It's kind of skipping that first stage, which is quite confusing. So it's saying right away that 76% is actually equal to 120 centimeters. Okay, so 76% of John's height is equal to Eric's height. So 76% is equal to 120. So we've skipped that increase or decrease. There's no mention of that here. It's just telling you outright that you've got that 76% is equal to 120. So we've just got to do the scaling part. So we do the 120 divided by 76 to get 1%, then times it by 100 to get it back up to 100, and type that into your calculator again, 120 divided by 76 times 100, and we'll round that answer to one decimal place, so that's 157.9 to one decimal place. We'll keep the units in as well, centimeters, so to one decimal place. Okay, so that was percentages working backwards. Hopefully that you found that helpful. If you did, then please like the video. Don't forget to subscribe and visit www.highschoolmaths.co.uk for extra worksheets and other revision videos.